Welcome back to another episode on Coffee with Craner. Hope everyone's doing well today. It's gorgeous outside. Hope everyone got to have some fresh air. Today joining me is Kyle Prepolec. He is a trained UFC and MMA, professional MMA fighter from Windsor, Ontario. His home gym is at Maximum Training Center right in Windsor, and his nickname is Killshot. So he'll be joining in a couple of minutes here, and we're going to be talking about how to have a never quit mentality. So Kyle's joining us today. He's a professional MMA fighter. We're glad to have him. In just a second here, he's going to be requesting to join this live, and we're going to talk about why he is so motivated and how he has that never quit mentality, and how it can inspire people that are looking to start a new hobby, or they're looking to just have that never quit mentality. So he's going to explain it in just a second here. Hey man, how's it going?
Hey, good man, how are you?
Excellent. Thanks for joining me. What have you been up to during quarantine?
Just working a little bit for the one job that I have, and just working out at home, and just trying to help out the girlfriend as much as possible.
Exactly. Training a lot?
Just basically at home workouts, and just doing a lot of jogging when it's nice outside, and even when it's not, just layering up just to get a really good sweat going. Just little stuff just to make it all add up.
Exactly. So I explained a bit to the people that are watching. Kyle here, he is a professional MMA fighter. He's fought in the UFC. He's from Windsor, Ontario. His nickname is Killshot. Why'd you pick Killshot as the nickname?
Well, that's thanks to one of my teammates and training partners and good friend, Shane Monahan. And I don't know, he always calls me like a sniper just because I'll pick my shots, or I'll snipe someone to the body or get a good headshot, and he just like let's just call it kill shot, just go for it. Just never had a nickname till then, and then he's like, let's just do it, and I'm like, okay, let's go.
That's perfect. I like it. If anyone does have any questions throughout this live stream, pop them below. Kyle would be happy to answer them. But the first question I kind of want to ask you today is, what or who has inspired you throughout your MMA career?
Ooh, there's a lot of like pioneer UFC fighters, like back in the day, like the Militech camp guys like Rich Franklin, Matt Hughes back in the day, Chuck Liddell, Randy Couture, like those kind of guys.
Mm-hmm.
And just basically like a big influence on all that. And then George St. Pierre as he was coming up, and then just constantly, like, as all those guys were all coming up, I was adapting and evolving with them, watching them grow too. So I started to get like emotionally and like physically attached to these guys, being like, when they fight, I would get nervous and all that. So it's like, man, like, yeah, I've really favored those guys. So those would be a big influence on that for sure.
Absolutely. So we had somebody that asked, when did you first start getting into the sport?
I got into the sport, like, first I started boxing just for a summer as I was playing hockey way back in high school when I was like 15.
Mm-hmm.
And then, parents didn't really want me to go and compete and do that. So they're like, if you really like this, go get a job, go get your license and all that stuff. So I'm like, all right, perfect. Went and, to go do that. And then I kind of pursued that just to get a job and all that stuff, just so I can just keep doing that. Cause I was like, as soon as I did that in the summer, like the first week, 2 weeks of training, I'm like, yeah, I want to do this. This is fun. I like the routine. I don't have to worry, about, being on the field or on the rink, worrying about another teammate.
Yeah.
I have to worry about training partners now. And, it is still a team thing, even though we fight one-on-one and all that, but you still need that team to help you.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. It's not like you have, it's all yourself, right? It's personal development.
Yeah.
Right?
Big time. And then, after that, like, my parents are still kind of iffy about it. So I was like, all right, I'll join, high school wrestling for my remainder of my years in high school. So I went and did that, and then went to one gym, and then switched gyms after a couple of years just to help grow and evolve. And now I'm still at Maximum Training Center.
Okay. Yes, exactly. Where is that in Windsor?
It's on Dougal, 3090 Dougal Avenue. There's Taco Bell, A&W Plaza. We're
Yeah,
right
yeah.
back, so we're right behind like Walmart and all that. We're in that little plaza in the back.
Awesome. So we had another question here. How many amateur fights before you had your big debut in UFC?
How many amateur fights? I had about 12 amateur fights, and then as a pro before I got to UFC, I was 12-5, so I had 17
Yeah.
pro fights before I got to Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Okay, perfect. Hope that answers your question, Josh. Somebody else asked, who are you picking on the upcoming card? Tony or I can't pronounce the other name.
Oh, Gaethje. Yeah. Honestly, that is a tough one, just because like if Gaethje hits like anybody once and he hits them, that's all he has to do is just connect. And he is crafty everywhere. The thing with Ferguson, he is just a little crazy, so his unorthodox style works.
Yeah.
But watching both videos, both of them, yeah, just like Josh Ryan saying, both of them are wild. But I'm watching both videos, and it could literally go either way. I think if Gaethje wins this, it's first, second round, and he catches Tony Ferguson in an exchange because Ferguson doesn't keep his hands up as high. Whereas when Gaethje gets hit, he will cover up well, but he'll also throw back and,
Yeah.
kill or be killed kind of thing. So that's a tough one to bet on. I'll know on the day of the fight who I'm going to bet and pick on. So I'll wait for that.
And you're Southpaw, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Southpaw. Cool. Another question here. What do you enjoy most about being a professional fighter?
I would say the whole I enjoy pretty much everything of the whole aspect of being a professional fighter, the whole process of everything. The good moments and the bad moments, like I would say like the crappiest moments are the hard weight cuts, because that is just not fun.
Yeah.
But really appreciating the rehydration part is like you just appreciate everything after that, So but mostly the process of like training, everything, the anticipation, the anxiety, the excitement of just being able to go out and compete and basically play human chess and work your game plan against their game plan and just do as best as you possibly can.
Yeah. And I know, like for wrestlers, like even probably the same for UFC. Like you have to cut back your weight like crazy right before the match, right?
Yeah. The good thing is with like fighting and even like boxing or MMA is a lot of organizations, and it's kind of like the standard where you get day before weigh-ins, so you get to rehydrate fully. So you have your 6 to 8 weeks depending what your fight camp is, and so. As an example, I haven't weighed myself since I don't even remember when I weighed myself last, but
Yeah.
I remember seeing it was like mid 180s, and then I would cut down to 155, but just from dieting and just working out and just eating properly and just time management, all that stuff, it all works hand in hand. And then once everything gets going, I'll walk around at like 165, 170 at the heaviest, and then do my thing, then blow right back up after I weigh in. So all that just the yo-yo diet.
Yeah, that's crazy. You go from like 185 and you drop like 30, 20 pounds.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy science, I'll say that.
Josh asks, how did you make it into the UFC?
Basically, what I'd like to think, and from what I was told, is just be an exciting fighter. Be well-rounded everywhere. Beat notable guys, that have good records. Be exciting. That's a big part because it is also an entertainment business. What else? Basically, like I got my lottery shot when Nordine Talib's opponent for UFC Fight Night Ottawa with Cowboy and Ali Quinta, his guy got injured.
Okay.
I was like, you know what? I'll shoot my shot and let's see where this goes. I think I can beat him. He's a striker. I'm a striker. I don't have to worry too much about him trying to take me down. I know he's just going to try and, strike and bully me. And I was ready for whatever's coming at me. So it's fight or flight kind of thing. So did what I said.
Awesome. Yeah, Windsor's definitely crazy proud of how far you've made it and your career so far. So we're definitely glad to have that. Young Swope says, what's your favorite sport besides UFC?
Besides UFC, I would honestly, I'd probably say hockey. I got to
Yeah,
go with hockey just because, like, I'm a Detroit fan all around. I know my team's not doing well right now, but I was born and raised a Detroit Red Wing fan, and I've always loved those players from Fedorov and Cicerelli days, Yzerman, and Datsuk, Zetterberg, all those guys. So
yep.
diehard there. So
That's perfect. I'm a Wings fan too.
perfect.
So E. Clark says, what was your favorite fight or opponent?
Ooh, I think my favorite fight so far today would be actually they're all different. They're all pretty equal, close anyway. I would say my favorite overall fight is against someone I actually train with now at Michigan Top Team. It was Adrian Hadjibayaj, and when we fought for the TXC lightweight belt, that was probably one of favorite fights because it showcased how both of us were world class strikers, just going toe to toe, and how we both have bright futures ahead of us. And that was 5 years ago already. Um, I would say also my fight against Nordine, just to really see where I belong and kind of where I should be placed in the world. And what other fight? All of them have like their moments. I would even say like the both my matches in the BTC organization against Cody Fister and Scott Hudson, both notable guys, both great mixed martial arts and athletes, and just to showcase my skill against the up and coming guys, and we're all in like the same part and area that we same goal that we're both or that we're all trying to reach, and those probably be my top right now.
Top picks. So I have to ask this question because I know there's some crazy rituals. What are some things that you do before a fight?
Uh, I before a fight, like I like to get a little shakeout, like just do a little light workout in the morning, or just like lightly stretch. Get some good food in me. I always gotta have like pancakes, just high carby and starchy foods, just so it gives me a lot more energy.
Yeah.
Um, Make sure my legs are working and being good and intact. So just because I got a little leg issues that are still being figured out as the days go on. So
Yeah.
but other than that, when the legs are good, it's game over for mostly like everybody I've faced. When the legs aren't doing well, then it's a 50-50 kind of thing. So
Yeah. I know you've been doing some running recently. I think I've been seeing on your stories and stuff. So I think
yeah.
yesterday you ran, I believe.
Oh yeah, I try to run as much as I can when like the weather's good. If it's like too cold, I'm like, what? How's the body feeling? Should I do it? Should I just, stay disciplined and just go for it, or,
Yeah.
take this day off and then just work on, just weight training and, plyometric kind of things and just chill out for a bit and, just game a lot, just chill out.
Exactly. Another question here says, first favorite meal once weigh-ins are done.
First favorite meal. Ooh, that's tough because usually after, like, once I get the, like, Pedialyte in and, like, all the rehydration drinks in, um, honestly, I have to go with pasta.
Yeah.
I gotta go with just like spaghetti, meatballs, even just like or like a steak or something. Just something just carby and heavy just to make everything feel that much better,
Yeah. It looks like Ryan says you're the kill shot is the goat.
Hey, all right. Thanks, man.
Do you play Warzone?
Yeah, it depends because there's some days where I'm playing Warzone and I'm doing great, and there's other days where, I just get really pissed off, and then I got to switch to Fortnite or just play something else. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, mostly Warzone.
Do you ever play any UFC games?
I haven't played the UFC game since the first UFC game that came out with Forrest Griffin and I think GSP that were on the cover.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I haven't played in a while. I like the Fight Night games a little more, and they haven't made them since I think Fight Night Champion or something.
Gotcha. What do you like to do on your spare time?
My spare time, other than like gaming, I would say just hanging out with my little dog Mac, and hanging out with my girlfriend's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
when I'm not annoying her. So that's um we're starting to get like me and her. We're starting to get back into like doing some acro things, and I downloaded TikTok. I know I don't care. As
I have TikTok,
I
man. That's okay.
yeah. So I'm entertained by a lot of that stuff, and I'm like, hey, you know what? Might as well just throw out the content there anyway. It's just
Yeah.
like Instagram or anything else. So who cares? Why not? Just go have fun with it, especially right now, the quarantine and all that. So I'm okay with it. So yeah.
Favorite Warzone partner?
Oh man, I got too many squads, So I got my 2 squad unit, and I got my boys. I got my boy. Man, there's quite a few. I can name them all if they want, but I got Jordan, Sheldon, my buddy Dalton, my buddy Phil, Fun Size Kyle. I got Caleb. I got Tay Tay. I got man, who else is there? Oh, Folky, he's on there too. Man, it's just whoever's on and who's ready to play. I still got a few homies that I got to add on. Like I got the Pampas I got to add up to because everyone's playing Warzone. Just trying to get in with everybody and just get it,
Yeah, I have no idea what Warzone is, to be honest, but like, yeah. So,
Uh, yeah, it's like, let's just say it's like Fortnite just without people building, right? So it's just all strategic. Like if you played Rainbow Six or any of that kind of stuff, it's kind of like that. So I enjoy it.
um, so Kyle, what are some of your goals for the next 5 to 10 years, whether it be through just regular life, sports?
For sports, my goals would be obviously get back to the big stage just because I have been recently released.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get back where I can be, make it a good career. I still have lots of life left, nothing too
Oh
crazy
yeah,
injury wise. So I think in those 5 to 10 years that I can still keep competing at an elite level.
yep,
Obviously to be in one of the top leagues, whether it's, back to UFC, which would be fantastic. If not, there's Bellator, ONE FC, there's Risen,
yep.
PFL is on the top two, and they got that tournament that they do. So even that would be great. Um, yeah, just make a career out of that, and invest that fight money and do whatever I can to, also invest into my business because I run not only like my own clientele at my gym with personal training, but I do property maintenance management and just take care of just properties here and there.
Yeah.
But I want to build like a little empire with those and create a little more financial stability, even though like the money's okay right now, or just continuously build and grow,
Yeah.
and then create something, and eventually hopefully employ a lot of people, and
Mm-hmm.
just become like any other business, and just be successful at that.
Would you ever open up your own like gym?
um I've thought about it, and that's part of some of the dream that I have as well, just to open up another gym, or even I'd have to talk to my coaches and the lawyers for that, and to be
Yeah.
there, if they'd be cool with me eventually wanting to buy in and have shares to it, or
Yep.
be part owner and take care of it, kind of thing. Even that would be great too.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it just varies. I think that would be great, but if not, then yeah, I would open my own gym and still have like a affiliation, and just more out there, right? But that might
Sure.
well, we'll see how it goes from there.
Exactly. You never know where life will take you.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to go with it.
We have a question here. Would you call out any UFC fighters?
Um, Basically, whoever's willing to fight, I would fight. Like,
Yeah.
I have no problem even going up to 170. Yeah, it's a little risky and a little dangerous, but you know what? It's fighting. It is what it is. Everybody has a chance. It's 50-50 when you get in there.
Yeah.
You land a good shot. He lands a good shot. It just depends whose game is in there. So if they're willing to fight me, I'm willing to fight them, kind of thing. That's my mentality.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I agree with you. And this kind of brings us into the whole basis of this like live is that never quit mentality, right? Like you've been doing this since you're 15 nonstop, and it led you to the UFC, right? So how do you have that mindset to not quit?
I would say like the reason like I don't have that don't quit mentality is
Yeah.
just like the discipline, and for me it's like live or die kind of thing, and I'm willing to risk it all just to get to where I want to go. So
Yeah.
it's I know I gotta do, like, everyone's doing almost the same thing, and you gotta almost separate yourself, and you gotta push a little harder, or you gotta do things a little differently. Whether it's finding a strength team, or even going to other places to travel and train, get different looks, different experiences, all that kind of stuff. And
Hmm.
you just gotta do what someone else wouldn't do. Don't limit yourself. Just go out, whatever opportunity you get, just go and take it, and then enjoy the process and the ride for that. um I don't know, just see, I just have a thing in me where I just it's a lot of heart, and just the hard work you put into it that also helps you
Yeah.
build and develop that let's not quit. I put all this work in. How am I going to let someone put, you know, who either put in less the amount they could have put more, but nobody knows. We go through our own thing, and
Yeah.
um no one can tell me if I'm done more or less than them. I know what time I'm putting in, and and I got to fight for what I deserve. And me showing I'm not going to give up is going to show how hard I've worked.
Exactly.
And that's kind of where it's got to put into play. The harder you work, the harder it is to surrender, kind of thing.
Hmm. So I know there's some people here that are watching that are looking to get into mixed martial arts or boxing. What could be some advice you would give them starting out?
If you're just starting out, you have never had any experience, go to every gym in your local area that's, convenient for you. Go to the best one, or whatever best one suits you. Go where all the top guys are.
Hmm.
It's like you could be just perfectly brand new. You're only going to get that much better training with better people. You're going to learn all the stuff that they've learned, but in a faster time. You'll absorb it like a sponge. Find what's good for you, like also like health wise, because you want that to be like your second home.
Yeah.
So the friends, the family aspect of it, it's you want those feelings. So if you get that, then that you're at a pretty good place. Don't be afraid to cross train. Like, you can't be limited. Like, if your coach or any of that stuff is like, hey, I don't want you training here, well, if I'm still paying you, I should be okay going somewhere else.
Yeah.
That'd be like, you go work out at Good Life, but you want to go to Crunch because, some of your friends are there, and Good
Yeah.
Life all of a sudden coming to you being like, hey, I don't want you going to that gym. It's like, okay, well, then I'm just going to leave. I'll go somewhere else, and,
Yeah.
get the nourishment and everything that I need from there.
Yeah, exactly. Do you work out at just one gym, or do you like to try others?
My main home, like I said, is Maximum Training Center. I will cross train and work with guys at like Border City Boxing Club, or even Windsor Amateur Boxing Club. I'll travel to the States to go to Michigan
Okay.
Top Team a couple times a week, some as much as I can. Um, my friend and Dante Leon, it's actually his birthday, so happy birthday, homie.
Yes, happy birthday,
Uh,
Dante. You're watching.
yeah. And me and him talk sometimes, and he said to come out and train with him, and just to message him, and to come and train with him in Ohio. And I got to take him up on that offer. He's an elite grappler, and he's the best at what he does, and he's gonna destroy me at what he's best at. And my goal is to try to surpass him, and I'm gonna do everything I can to try and just
Yeah.
get better for myself. And it's all about your self progression and self development. And so I know I can give him a little bit of work just because, like, I have cardio. I know his technique and everything is better, but that's where the heart and the hard work's gotta go. I gotta just do my best and keep growing every day, whether it's 1%, 10% each day. You just gotta continuously grow.
Yes, I hope that helps some people watching as well. Who is like your main crew that you like to train with, or pretty much, yeah, train?
um I guess like everyone is like awesome that like we all train with, like,
Hmm.
um man, like, everybody at Michigan Top Team is great. Everyone at Maximum Training Center is great. Like,
Yeah.
if like when it comes fight time, then obviously all the fighters, we all get serious. Like, we all have different things we could all work, and then there's even guys at like another gym that I'd like to cross train more at would be at Tecumseh Jiu Jitsu as well.
Okay.
Just because I've seen like improvements from a lot of my teammates, and everyone works together in like a community, and everyone just gets better, right? So I think we all need to help each other, and if we all want to grow, like community over everything, like it should be like Windsor versus everyone else, right?
Yep.
That's just me and how I think, but I don't know.
No, that's a good mentality. It takes other people to help build you up, right? And surrounding yourselves around people that are like-minded like you, that have the same vision, right? That's so
Yeah.
important.
No, big time, big time. Even if you're, like you said, you just starting out, and you have that same dream as to be as the guy that's in UFC or belts or any of that stuff. They'll get you there. It's just you can't worry about the sprint. It's because it is a marathon. It will take time. Like sometimes it's faster than others, but it's you got to enjoy that whole process. Either you're going to be really early, or it's just going to take a little longer. But you can't get frustrated at that, and then you'll burn out. You don't want to burn out. You just want to
Yeah.
keep that flame going
Yeah.
until it's time that you're like, okay, I can't do this no more. I can't compete with the elites. I gotta go. Pass the torch.
Exactly. That's the never quit mentality, man.
Yeah, it is what it is.
We got one last question here for you. Do you watch WWE?
Man, the last time I watched WWE is one of my buddy Blake's birthdays. We went to, what was it? It was in Detroit, and I can't remember how long ago that was. It was one of the cage matches, though. It was pretty cool, like with everybody jumping off and doing all the crazy things. So it is entertaining. Like I will watch it if I see it, but like if it's on, it's on.
Yeah.
If it's not, then I won't be too upset if I don't watch it. So
Yeah, it is pretty real though. I have to admit that.
well, yeah, like they like as like it's not like UFC or any of that kind of stuff, but like those guys go through a lot
Yeah.
of like injuries. Like those guys get sore, like all the stunts and everything that they do. It takes a toll on them, and you know what? Like they don't get enough credit for what they do, I think.
Yeah, that is true. Even though like the punches may not be real, they're still throwing their body off of like a 6-foot ladder or crazy stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Jumping off the ropes, slinging off the ropes, getting red rovered and all that. Like it gets nasty, and then or just like couple people throwing you in the air and then getting slammed down. The canvas is hard. If it's anything like the canvas in boxing rings or cages, those are rough. So I give them kudos, man. Like Aiden from Windsor, Aiden Prince, I give him all the credit in the world, man. He's a beast too.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's definitely not fake. There's definitely real stunts that go on. Whoever just commented that, but
yeah, I see that.
But yeah, everyone today has loved your talk, and I really appreciate that you took the time to join me on here. I hope everyone watching has really learned from Kyle's story. He's from Windsor, and he's been grinding at mixed martial arts since he was 15. Some call him the kill shot, so we're glad to have him on the show here. But yeah, do you have any last things you want to say to anyone watching?
If you guys are interested, just come out and train. Obviously, when this quarantine and everything's over.
Yeah.
Just keep doing you. Thank everybody that you come in contact with. Show everybody love. Be kind to everybody. Whatever you go through or whatever your goals are, don't worry about what other people say. Just go for it. Like I've had people say, "Oh, you're crazy. It's not going to happen," and all that kind of stuff. And don't worry. You're the one at the end of the day that you have to worry about yourself. Just go do your thing, man. Or just go do your things.
I appreciate that, Kyle. Thanks so much for chatting with me today. I really appreciate it, and stay safe and enjoy your time in quarantine, family.
Yeah, thank you. You stay safe as well. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. We'll talk soon.
Great. Thank you.